This is a Velocity Synergy rim, and it's going to be the rim that we're going to use to build a wheel. If I look at these labels here on the rim, I see that it says Velocity here and it says Synergy here. So here I can read Velocity upright, and if I turn it around, then Synergy is upright, but Velocity is upside down. So I want to make sure that I get the labels oriented correctly. This Velocity is the primary label. Synergy is the model. So I'm going to designate this right here, this side, as the right-hand side of my wheel, so that when I'm standing next to the bike, I'll be able to read Velocity. And so what I'm going to do over here, on the opposite side where the valve hole is here, I'm going to put an R right above the valve hole, and that indicates that that is the right-hand side of the wheel. And then I'm going to turn the wheel over, and right above the valve hole, I'm going to put an L, indicating that is the left side. The vast majority of rims have staggered hole drillings, and if you look going clockwise, you'll see that this hole here is somewhat down compared to this one. So going clockwise, I have a down, up stagger pattern. If I turn the rim over and look clockwise from the valve hole, I still have a down, up stagger pattern. So either way I orient the rim, I have down, up going clockwise from the valve hole. Now I'm going to label some of these holes. The first up hole I'm going to label A, and the second up hole I'm going to label C. So those are two, A and C. And on the other side of the rim, on the left side, the first hole to the left of the valve hole I'm going to label B. And then the third hole I'm going to label D. So if you look from side to side, back and forth, you'll see that I've actually labeled 4 consecutive holes. Now I'm going to make some markings on my hub. Here is my Shimano 105 label, and I'm going to go 90 degrees clockwise from that label, 90 degrees clockwise, and I'm going to put a mark above that hole there. Because the hub is black, I'm using a silver Sharpie. So there is my label, 105. Go 90 degrees clockwise and put a mark over that hole. And now I'm going to take a spoke, and I'm going to go through the hole that I just marked. And when I do, you'll see that the spoke goes across and it hits the opposite flange here, exactly between two spokes. Because I have a down, up stagger pattern on my rim, I'm going to mark the hole on the left. This is what you will see in almost every wheel. Almost every rim is a down, up stagger pattern like this one. And with a down, up stagger pattern, I might mark the drive side first, go straight across, hit right between two holes, and mark the hole on the left as I'm looking at it. So I now have a reference mark on the drive side flange and a reference mark on the non-drive side flange of my hub. Now, if I made these marks correctly, when I'm all done, if I look through the valve hole right here, I will be looking right down on the label Shimano 105. So you'll see this, we'll check it when I'm done, but you should be looking at Shimano 105. That label should be centered right under the valve hole of the rim.